All right. Hi, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Monday. I am Jeanette with Be Well and Thrive, and super excited to be here with you today. Every week, I interview amazing practitioners, therapists, coaches, all on the mission to help you thrive. So I'm so excited to be here today with Dr. Graves of Colorado Natural Medicine. He does incredible work here, and so I'm so excited for you guys to get to meet him. Feel free, if you are watching live, to comment so we can say, hey. If you're watching recorded, please feel free to still comment and ask any questions. We can certainly get back with you. So, Dr. Graves, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So if you want to start out, just tell us a little about who you are and what you do here at Colorado Natural Medicine.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Adam Graves. I am a naturopathic doctor and licensed acupuncturist. So I do kind of an eclectic mix of functional medicine, Eastern medicine, mental health. A lot of my patients come to me looking for options, whether they went to their doctor and he hasn't helped them out, or he says they're healthy and they don't feel healthy, or they've been to multiple practitioners over long periods of time and they're looking for other options. So most of the time we're able to help people out not only physically but mentally and emotionally as well.
That's awesome. Do you mind sharing a little bit? I always think it's really powerful to hear why people kind of get into healing and in this field. Do you mind sharing a little bit about what drew you to this field?
Good question. It was more coming out of, for me, more my, as a kid, my health was very reduced with severe asthma, allergies, respiratory infections, hospitalizations. I was just always sick as a kid. And intuitively, I always felt like there had to be a better way to help. There had to be more options out there besides just drugs and medication and surgeries. There had to be a more holistic approach. So I started learning about health in college. And then when I was 20, my father died of heart disease. And that kind of pushed me even more into kind of health and wellness, and to natural medicine. And then I went out to Seattle to study at Bastyr University. And then out there, not only did I study naturopathic medicine, I was exposed to acupuncture and Chinese medicine and studied that also. And then started practicing since 2006.
That's awesome. So I've had the honor of getting to see Dr. Graves as a patient, and he does incredible work. And so definitely come check him out if you are local. But you also see people virtually as well. Is that right?
True. Yep. Yeah. I have some clients we do virtually, or a lot of my patients, if they can come in the office for a first visit, we sit down for an hour, we get to know patients, and then it's a lot easier to do follow-ups over phone or Skype or long distance for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and thank you for sharing your background, because I think that it is really powerful to hear where people are coming from, and that from your experience, like that just shows, I think it's always, like I said, really beautiful to hear why people are doing what they do and coming from that place.
Yeah.
To actually truly heal. It's amazing. Our bodies are designed to heal, right? We do the right things.
Right.
Awesome. So now, as you know, if you watched these videos before, I'd like to ask some of the same questions. Our theme here is thriving, right? I truly believe that we are all designed and created to thrive. So what does thriving mean to you? What does that look like to you?
My take on thriving might be a little bit different than others. I think where I'm at currently in my practice, thriving not only means having the energy and motivation to do the things you enjoy, but also the ability to relax and slow down, and rest and recover.
Yeah.
So some of my patients don't have the energy to get up and thrive. Some of my patients don't have the ability to relax and sleep and recover. So to me, thriving is all about finding that balance.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. I hear a lot of people saying, like, doing the things we love to do, but we live in such a busy world. And if you watched last week's interview when we were talking about burnout, just so common that when we don't find ways to relax and all that, and to rest, which I can be guilty of that. Yeah, that's such a great point to say, like, comes from either end. Yeah.
Well, correct. We don't live in a culture that's really creates a lot of balance for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
You know, it's so
absolutely.
fast paced. There's distractions
Mhm.
and kind of everywhere is
Yeah.
designed to pull your energy and your time away from resting.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's culturally not the best, and I think it just wears people out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, so true. That's so true.
yeah.
So I think we kind of touched on this a little bit already, but how does what you do help people thrive? Like, how do you help people get to that place of thriving for themselves?
Sure. So, well, a lot of patients come to me. They um, have a physical health issue. They're either tired or fatigued, hormones, digestion, something's bringing them in here.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they've been struggling for a while. Most of the time, how to describe it? A lot of people already have their list of shoulds they do in their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I should eat healthy, I should exercise more. They don't, in my opinion, don't really need another doctor to tell them that.
Sure.
Because everybody kind of knows, hey, I should eat healthier.
Right.
I should exercise more. So what I do in my practice, I usually I take a step back. In the first month or two I'm working with patients is we're just working on sleep and energy. Getting people sleeping better. If they're sleeping fine, then making sure their energy and mood is stable throughout the day. I really see that as kind of the crux, using herbs, nutrients, functional lab testing, acupuncture to give people able to rest and sleep and recover and energy out throughout the day. Then after a few months of doing that, then ideally people have the mood and the energy to want to take better care of themselves, want to make better food choices, want to be more active, and want to overall just practice more self-care and live more in balance.
Yeah, gosh, that's so important.
Yeah.
And that's something I love about the work you do is that we're actually getting to more of the root of what's going on and like really stepping back a little bit, not just like a one size fits all. Here, take this medication if you're not feeling well. It's a really like sleep crash is so important that just keeps coming up. So that's really great. So I hope you can see already just how maybe different that is from maybe the experience that you've had, perhaps. If it is just kind of that one size fits all, which seems to be what we're kind of.
Well, that's what we all want. We all want we all want quick fixes. We all want simple answers. We all want magic bullets. We all want that. That's kind of what we're sold as far as, everything in our society. We all want fast money. We want simple fixes. We want instant gratification. I tell people, Americans are kind of like the teenagers of the world. We want everything ready, fast, in between. We want to drink what we want, eat what we want, do what we want, and not expect health outcomes. But the problem is, unless you live a life in balance, you're going to have your health's going to suffer.
Right.
You know, so a lot of it's just getting people to step kind of out of that constant stimulation and constant on the go and need for productivity and learn to live a little bit more life in balance.
Yeah. It can be tricky these days.
It's very hard.
But
Yes, it's very hard.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Just, in my opinion, health comes from balance and it's complex. Some people can't be in balance because they have a need to make a lot of money. Other times people struggle being in balance because they have some unresolved mental emotional trauma they haven't worked through yet. So it really depends on the person, and that's where I think I am unique, because even people come from other practitioners, and like you said, the individualistic approach helps figure out what people need and how to support them in that to help them kind of move on and get out of their stuck place.
Right, absolutely. The steps that will help them thrive, which is going to be different than
anybody else.
The next person. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's a lot online, and that's the problem. A lot of information when it comes to diets or nutrition, everything. What I struggle with people doing online, everything is very cookie cutter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Take this
or do this diet, and that's fine. It may work for what, but really it's about finding out what works for each individual.
Right, absolutely.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, we're all individual. We all have different histories, different upbringings, different jobs, different families, and so how do we individualize that to support people where they're at?
Yeah,
it's kind of what I try to do a lot, basically.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
How do we find you? I'll post the link in his website.
I'm right in downtown Castle Rock. Yeah, Colorado Natural Medicine, or Google Dr. Graves or Adam Graves. I should come up. Facebook, social media. There's a ton on my website, blogs, newsletters. I should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah, I think you're like the first thing that pops up when you type in like natural medicine Castle Rock. It's a good start SEO or whatever, right?
Yeah, it should be. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And then when people do get started with you, you do like a first you said like a 90-minute consult. Is that, or am I remembering that?
Yes and no. So a lot of people, what helps a lot of patients is I do free 15-minute phone consults. Right. So people have questions, don't know what I do, don't know if I can help them. They can go online on my website. They can call my office manager and schedule a 15-minute phone call where we'll just call each other. I'll call them or they call me. We'll talk. And really, I'm just honest, like, hey, what's going on? Yes, I can help you, or no, you're better served someplace else.
Awesome. Perfect.
So that's huge. Some people don't want that and can want to book a first appointment with me. First appointments are usually about an hour, sometimes a little bit longer. So if they want, they can book a first appointment. If they have questions, then they can book a consult and we can chat on the phone and see if we are a good fit for each other.
Awesome. Perfect. So I will post the link in the comments below, and where you can easily get to that free consult if you want to get started with that. So before we sign off, do you have any couple tips or something that you would recommend
to help people thrive?
Help people thrive. Something you can do right now.
It depends. Yeah, I guess I would probably say the opposite is learn to nap, learn to rest, exercise hard, but recover hard. And then that's really it. Basically, I tell people you got to live in America, but you can't live like an American. You got to slow down.
You just move to Europe.
Move to Costa Rica, move to Europe, but just try to slow down and live a pace that's better for you and your body.
I think I needed to hear that today. Hopefully you did too. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for joining us. Again, be sure to check out his website below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Perfect. Yes. Thank you so much. That was perfect.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull these
oh gosh, sorry.
That's all right.